He never
That's
read it.
basically what you told me is you didn't read it. You don't know what's in it because he didn't know what to say. He was just like, yeah, the police got to be more careful. No, that's not what it is. It doesn't say anything. They have to be more careful. It says you will not do this. You will not do that. Like Ron Layson pointed out, you can't even go after property damage or disorderly conduct. It basically stripped police of their authority. It said you cannot take any independent action without the authority of a duty captain. And then for some offenses, you can't even take any action without the authority of a 3-star chief. So it's insane. It completely emasculated the New York City Police Department. Pat, what'd you think about his statements? Blaming the thing that he was celebrating.
The riot settlement agreement.
I'm still confused. Eric Adams is like a body of water going down a creek, and next there's a bunch of boulders in there. So the water starts out in one form, and it's powerful, and it's going in a direction, and it's got full force into the direction. And next it sees a couple of boulders and maybe a tree knocked down by a beaver. And all of a sudden, what does the water do? It changes its shape to get around an obstacle. And currently what we're seeing right now is Eric Adams is changing the shape of who he was to get elected, to attack it and to overcome the obstacles in front of him. And eventually at some point, he's going to go back to being the Eric Adams that we know and we saw in his police department career. By the way, Eric Adams was not a cop. He was a police officer. Anybody who knows the difference knows the difference. With that being said, if the most entertaining aspect of watching an Eric Adams press conference for me is the longer the press conference goes, the longer Eric Adams is on the microphone, the more he reveals that he doesn't really have a grasp on what he's talking about. If you're not fully briefed on a topic, brief, short answers. Don't try to elaborate and articulate and justify not knowing what you're talking about.